and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sasha Nicole for those of you that don't know me and are just finding my channel. I have just started this YouTube channel not that long ago. It is a lifestyle based channel, everything from beauty to fashion, to making your life easier. I'm here to provide some content for you, so if you have any feedback, leave some comments below. So now this video today will be a face makeup routine video. This is what I'm currently doing, and I hope that you guys are able to take some tips and tricks away from my routine into yours. So let's get into the video. Okay. Now that I got you all zoomed in, let's get started. So I did my eyes and my eyebrows, as this is just a face routine. If you want to see eyes, eyebrows, all that jazz, let me know, and I'll do a video on it. Okay, so we're gonna start out with the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. This is a 100-point container from Sephora. They did really well on this, and I definitely just ordered me a full size of this. It is great. So I take it and pump some into my hand and put it all over the face. It gives it this really nice silk canvas type of surface on your face. Highly recommend that. So now that we have it nice and primed, what we're gonna do now. So we're gonna take some of this foundation. This is the YSL All Hours foundation. I've used so much of this. This is maybe like my 4th bottle of this. I love it so much, and I am warm toffee. So what I do is I take 2 pumps on my hand like that, and you just kind of want to warm up the product on your hand. I have a damp beauty blender, and then I stamp it all over my face. You may need one more pump. You want to make sure it warms up on your hand before applying it. You want to make sure that you warm up the product. It just makes it go on much smoother. So now that we have it all stamped, let's get some of that hair out. Let's put some on the neck. I like to get the ears too so that they match. Get the ears. Okay, so now it's all stamped on. And we're done. Just kidding. Okay, so now what we do, Fix Plus, MAC Cosmetics, use this for many, many years. So you spray it all over. I know, a little scary. Just hear me out. So you're gonna let that sit, and you're gonna let it set. So what this does, it gives that moisture into your foundation, into your skin. You know, we all definitely have different skin issues and things like that, and what we want to do is make sure that we trap that moisture into your foundation, because you want your foundation to look like skin. You don't want it to look like foundation. So this way, we're able to trap in some moisture from the Fix Plus into our skin. So from there, we go in and we blend. This is the most important part, I feel, is really pressing in the product. A lot of people like to move it around their face and swipe around, and you kind of just move the product everywhere, and it doesn't really get into the skin and doesn't blend into the skin, and then it just sits on top of it, and then it looks cakey and looks like foundation, and it looks like you're wearing makeup. Well, it always looks like you're wearing makeup, but you know, you want it to look as flawless as possible. And I know we're nice and blended in, but I took the extra time to go in further. And there we go. Look, nice and smooth and blended together. All right, next we have, this is the Becca Under Eye Corrector. And take a look at it. It's a nice peachy color. So what I use this for is underneath the eyes to brighten it up a bit. And you kind of just want it to like camouflage what you have underneath your eyes. I know a lot of people have hollow under eyes or dark circles or whatever under there, and this definitely helps correct a lot of that. So I just like to put it right in the corners here, and that's it. You kind of want to just address what is wrong and not overdo it. So, and that's where kind of my hollows are, so that's where I like to put it. And then I like to blend it out. The key here is blending. And here we go. All right, so now for under eye, I like the NARS Creamy Concealer, and this is in the shade Custard. Okay, so I'm gonna take my brush, and this is a MAC 195, and then I'm gonna go in to the corners like that. Perfect. You don't want to do the triangle. What that does, it brings the light down, and so your face just kind of like droops down. So we want to make sure the light goes up. So from there, I go in the corner and we go up like that. And then do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so here, this is where your contour would go, and so we want to go underneath that. So let's lift that up right there and lift it all the way up. All right, and then do a little bit there. All right. And from there, you guessed it, Beauty Blender. And there is the concealer. Okay, and then usually I look around if I have any darkness. I use the Tarte Shape Tape in medium sand. And so this is a darker color than for underneath my eyes, so I like to address any red spots that still might be looming. As women, you know, we get some redness around the nose, so I like to address that during my makeup. Beautiful. Okay, next, what I do. So I'm out of the Laura Mercier translucent powder, but that is my holy grail. I cannot live without that. But for right now, what I have is this Hourglass translucent powder. It's great as well. So what I do is I take some on my Beauty Blender and I go ahead and bake parts that you just highlighted. You have to do that to get some of the product out. And then I like to bake that part as well down there. Put some down the nose. And that's that. Okay. While that bakes, we are going to do some contour. So this brush is amazing and it is well used. I will try and find what brush this is. So it has a nice flat top, and I like that to get into the hollows of the cheek, because you know exactly where it's going along, because if it's rounded it kind of just moves differently, so you really want to get it focused and have the product very dense onto your cheeks. So go ahead. Oh, and this is the Shade and Light Duo. I like this because these are the only two shades I use, so take some of that. And the trick here is to have a very light hand when you're going into the contour. And you want to follow your natural cheekbone. You want to just enhance everything you have. at this point, so I do that. So go across there. See, it already has this like natural contour going on. I didn't do anything to it, so I just go in and follow where it naturally would hit, just like that. And then I go under the chin. This is great to kind of get that illusion of a very defined chin. See that right there? We're gonna add a little bit more here. Really just go under it. Perfect. And then you're gonna go on the sides of like where your Adam's apple would be, right there. Just kind of give you a skinnier look. We all want to be a little bit slimmer, so get that in there. Perfect. So just light hand, don't go too hard in there. You want it to be natural and flow together. Okay, perfect. So that is set. Now, what we're gonna do, oop, and I dropped something. That's okay. Okay, we're gonna take some blush, and this is MAC Copper Tone. This is my all-time favorite blush. I was using NARS Orgasm for years, and this is the only blush that had topped it. So it has this just like a good balance between brown, bronzy, pink color that just kind of gives you that flushed look. It just blends in so well. Just beautiful. And that's blush for you. All right, so we've been baking for a while, so we're just gonna wipe it away. Wipe it away. Okay. There. And we're nice and bright. Okay, we're gonna take the Shade and Light palette, take the Lyric, and then I just like to stamp in the corners. I've definitely have over highlighted my under eyes, and I've seen in photos where it's just bright. So I don't like to do too much because I just don't want that in photos. So just stamp it along. There we go. Next up. Okay, we are going to contour the nose. So this is the most amazing brush for the nose. This is the E39 Sigma brush. See that head? Again, I love flat top brushes for contour. So we're gonna take this and we're gonna take the shadow play again, and we're gonna go in on the nose. And see how I have a natural contour already? Follow that. And then we're gonna go in towards the eyebrow. Just feel where your bone goes, exactly where it goes. And go in to the eyebrow and just follow the bone. And then we're gonna go down in here. I don't have too many issues with my nose, so I don't do like the line or the extra things to it, but just do this to contour and make it a little bit slimmer. So make sure you're going into the eyebrow. Again, key is to blend everything together. You can take it a step further and go underneath here, and it just kind of gives it a poutier look. And there we go. There's that. Okay, and then I like to go in again with a little bit more bronzer. So this bronzer is my ultimate favorite. Okay, a lot of these things are my ultimate favorite. So this is the Marc Jacobs Tantalizing Bronzer, and it is just great. There's a lot of bronzers out there that have this gray undertone that just has a nice tone that goes well with my skin tone. Highly recommend it. I don't like that gray undertone, so this gives it a very nice warmth. And I just go over anything I contoured. It's kind of just further blends it all together into a nice blended out face. There we go. And then next up is highlighters. So I used to like to be a glazed donut, like to glow anywhere you look glowing, but that's just not my style anymore. So I moved away from all of the highlighters I used to use. So what I use now is the Sephora collection Golden Hour, and this one is in number 2 Dawn, and it is very well loved, as you can see from the packaging. It just gives you that just a little bit of illumination you want without looking like a donut. So what I do is I take it and I just put it on top of the cheekbones, and just like that. Nothing much to it. You just want a little bit of highlight, just like that. Perfect. Perfection. And there we go. I think that is all for my face routine. I do a setting spray after I like to do the MAC Fix Plus. Let that dry. Okay, after you let that dry, I like to use the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. I've used so many bottles of this. Spray it on over. Okay, and there you have it. A nice bronzy, glowy face routine that I'm currently doing right now. Hope you learned some tips and tricks on how to do your face makeup. As always, leave a comment, like, subscribe, tell a friend. I'll see you guys in the next video.